game that goes truly worldwide now, and it's reached here in Hong Kong in 2017, the bronze game too. It's Tavita Rukaverini of Fiji, and we're getting set for this one, which should be a cracker. Even though it's the bronze medal game, it's USA against Australia with so much to play for. I'm Keith Quinn, and with me in the commentary box is Rob Vickerman, who's been out here a number of times and knows what it's like.
Exactly that, Keith. It's all about execution of plan now. The youth of this Australian team is the best factor. With that, you get enthusiasm, confidence, and an attitude that just makes you want to watch them. They've looked impressive so far.
Liam McNamara's into the starting lineup for this one. Halfway line there is Duratala, this monstrous man, born in New York, of Fijian stock, and it's gone out wide this time to Charlie Taylor, who played so impressively in the semi-final. The ex-rugby league player trying his hand in rugby union, making it through in the sevens world, and a lovely run here by Simon Kennewell. They've got some great new stars, and he's put it down for try number 1 to Australia, and there might have been a head clash there. Ben Pinkelman's not looking too good, but the try is down.
The young man scores it. He's one of those exact people I'm talking about. Abrasive, aggressive, but really talented. Burns on the outside of Andrew Duratala. We mentioned how big he is. He's certainly that, but he couldn't quite cope with the pace inside him. And Anderson's there supporting, putting it down despite Pinkelman's efforts. An interesting tash.
Kennewell to Anderson for the try to be scored. And a little wink away to the side. Look at this run. Number 2 to number 12. And look at number 2 from USA trying to make the stop. If there's any doubt that these guys aren't going hard at it because they haven't made the final, that's the answer right there.
Both teams really proving points. Difficult thing to lose in a semi-final, but you've got to be back on it. You've not got long to turn around. No less than an hour and a half inside a changing room. You want to get out, back on this turf, impressing people all around the world.
Tom Lucas kicks off. Our first look in this game over there on the far side with number 11, Perry Baker. And he'll jog across to the near side for USA as Lucas makes the fast put in. Looks like they're going to play it at a new speed. Here is Henry Hutchison. What a weekend he's had. Liam McNamara. Aussies getting good early possession here. Lockie Anderson, big part of their team, and he is so young. And now here's another one of them, Charlie Taylor. The USA defense is stretched. That's Maka Yunufe. Australia playing a beautiful brand of support rugby sevens here. 22, McNamara rolls it away to Hutchison. Anstey is there. And will he get the try? Well, it might have gone against the post again. Try number 2 for Australia. And Charlie Taylor gets it.
The last 40 seconds there have just shown exactly why this Australian team are much fancied in most games they play. They've gone back to what they know, a very abrasive contact area and an offloading game that is to die for. The ball never stops moving. In sevens rugby, you cannot defend an offload, and they've just come up with 5 or 6 on the bounce.
Tom Lucas converts. What a start by the Aussies. 40-0 now. I thought he scored it against the padding, but he actually plonked it down in the field of play, didn't he? He just elbowed the padding on the way through. 2 tries, 2 conversions. 14-0.
It really can define the style of play. If you keep that pill above the water, keep it above going, always offloading. Sometimes the best offload is off the floor. They've got that down to a T. Andy Friend, masterclass in keeping that ball moving around.
Down in the foreground, we've got Henry Hutchison, who hasn't really had a chance to show his speed in this game yet. Neither has Perry Baker, and that's him fumbling with the catch. Baker 8 tries at the tournament so far, and 32 for the season. Madison Hughes And now Baker dancing on the spot, away to his captain here, trying to run out of the red zone. Baker, when he arrived in the game, he was just a speed stick, and now he's so much more of a complete rugby player. There's Duratalo trying to get there with a one-legged hopping gesture. Pass off the floor by Duratalo. Out this time through Unufe. Now they're trying to make space for Baker, but the Aussies are onto him. Oh, they have it! And Baker is generous, and he's given it away to Mike Teo. And I think Mike has been standing a bit near the tuck shop in his time. He's completely different in build to Perry Baker, but that doesn't matter. He's a great player and lovely try.
Yeah, Mike Teo coming back into the system. He's someone that's got the skills required, and if you stick around Perry Baker long enough, you're going to get opportunity. The man has grown immeasurably in the last 2 years on this circuit. He came through behind the shield of Carlinale's coverage, but he might as well have his own channel now. Teo, ever present, always there. Not quite the same Samata type perhaps as Perry Baker, but equally effective scoring that try.
Yes, if they stood together, they might look like the number 10. Barrett and Teo. Here is Hughes with the conversion. Over it goes. USA on the board, and that was a lovely try. Give us your verdict again, and other words about Barrett, mate. He really is just not at all just a sprinter now, isn't he?
He's turned into the full package, Keith. He really is someone that inspires the nation. World Rugby is enjoying seeing Perry Baker in full flight on both sides of the ball.
I'd go so far as to say he's markedly the most improved player on the world scene in the last 2 seasons. That's gone forward from Hughes. And we've got the ball with Lockie Anderson now, another big arrival this year and big improver. These are Aussies, they really do mean business. Duratalo.
Yeah, indiscretion there, Duratalo. He's very, very good over the ball. I'd say even one of the best in the series at correcting those turnovers, purely because he's as big, as deep, as he's wide. But ultimately, he gave away the penalty. An opportunity for this Australian team just to kill this half.
Well, it was about 110 kgs. Be very few bigger than him, if any, on the tour this year. The ball kicked to the sideline. Half-time is reached. Lots of action for you to enjoy in this bronze medal match. At the break, it's Australia leading USA. The crowd have hung on to watch the final, but also in the hope of seeing Baker run hard and straight and true. And there he is again. So much part of his rugby has improved. A beautiful catch there. And here's the other try scorer, Teo, trying to find inside pass. He's found his captain. And now, again, generosity from Barrett. He doesn't just try to do everything. There's a lovely run coming in from Matai Liuta. Oh, they've done this one. Pinkelman without Perry Baker.
Pinkelman looks like he's halfway through a wax there on his tash, but what incredible play. Big man running hard. What that does is create opportunities. Rise the tackles so well there, Liua, on Stannard. And as Pinkelman has done all week, he is such a good supportive player. This US team are looking one of the most balanced teams. By balance, I mean they've got pace, they've got power, they've got brawn, and they've got a real understanding of where to be at the right time.
So that's 2 tries each. Oh, it's just missed. So Australia still has the lead now by 2 points. The conversion's making the difference.
This is where we get to see Perry Baker hopefully do what he does, climbing up a ladder almost as he gets 3 meters in the air. Let's hope so.
Oh, collision, down goes Hughes. We could hear the crack on that one from here. He's down and on his own, writhing on the ground. Stannard running hard, the veteran. Gets it in field. Here come the Aussies. It's good play by Nick Malouf. Out into the backs this time. McNamara. Here is Hutchison for the first time. He's the speedster, so elusive. Hands off.
That's okay. First man.
Turnover time.
Play on, play on.
A turnover again, and Australia are in. It's Tim Anstey.
And believe it or not, he's another young man, although doesn't look it. He is a formidable presence on a rugby pitch, but he has picked up some scraps there. Hutchison do what he always does, keeping people guessing. Great shot for Madison Hughes coming in, but not quite able to stop it. There is a turnover. It gets turned over again, and Anstey, as he's absolutely entitled to, picks it up and dots it down under the black dot.
Vital points at the conversion from James Stannard, and it's now 21 points to 12 in favour of Australia. Remember, this is the bronze medal match, playing for a good tally of points. 17 points to the winning team here on the Grand Prix style points table. So Madison Hughes is subbed off the field. Doesn't look very happy to have come off the field, but that's common sense, I think, prevailing there. High tackle against Australia. Pinkelman gets it away. I've still got Baker waiting at the top of the picture.
Away now.
Opening to get some running space.
And this is exactly what Mike Friday was complaining about. If your hands at any point do touch the floor, as Anstey's did there, albeit his arm's been 7 foot long, very difficult to then try and clear the threat.
Formidable sight in the United States team. It's a beautiful hairdo for Falau Miula. And then it goes, seconds ticking away, 2.5 to play. Australia leading. Hard run by John Porch. Stannard, a really tough customer, is the 32-year-old. Ball is out, says the referee, and Maka Yunufe is there. Baker running hard at the gap, but they closed it down. USA have got to give Perry Baker some space if they can, but the Aussies are marking so tightly, there's just no chance.
It's exactly that. You can see they're quite a wide shot. They're keeping width in their defensive line and putting line speed on it. Makes it very difficult with a flat US attack line to try and create space for Baker, especially because he's at third receiver. They need to get him a little bit wider, try and play outside of the approaching defence.
No twisting, just high on the neck.
Penalty only.
Penalty only.
Against goal. Thanks. Penalty only on the neck. Definitely on the neck.
So twisting and turning in the wrestle for the ball there around the neck. Frowned on. Away they go. USA. Coming from behind. Now it's going to be an overlap for Perry Baker. Touches the ball. Scores it, but he had in mind to find a teammate to bring it closer to the post, but there was no one there.
I'd like to say they're waiting for the restart, but they just assume as soon as this man's got the ball, he's probably going to score. This is the power and force that US can bring to the game, and if you've not got a way of dealing with it, you'll have to get re-racked like 10-pin bowling pins, because Perry Baker is simply knockout.
Comes the conversion attempt from wide out, and it's a beautiful goal for USA, and they've closed it up with 30 seconds to go, and Perry is saying, get me the ball.
You were there, he is 13 and a half minutes through his 6th game of this weekend and has just nailed a left foot drop kick as though it was fresh as a daisy.
Late breaking news, Perry Baker's been subbed off the field. Australia 21, USA 19. The bronze medal match. Oh, the replacement off the bench wasn't looking. That's Anthony Wilmers. And Stannard takes advantage. And this isn't speed, this is guts. In the replay, you might see number 1, the substitute Anthony Wilmers, turn his head and look the other way, and the Aussies pounced on that. It's hard to see, but look at the determination of Stannard.
And in a team full of young pups with birth dates, probably when this guy left school, he's the old boy of the team, but he is one of the most influential. Stannard, the old dog, feels it absolutely immense in the corner there as he settles the score.
And teaches them new tricks, may I say, with his determination. It's 28-19 at the end. At the end of the tournament in Australia, a few weeks ago, there was a photograph in the local paper of him lying on the deck with 2 beautiful little kids under each arm. They're his own family, a family man, a committed person to his family and to his footy. And no better example there. The final score, 26-19. Australia claimed the bronze medal here in Hong Kong 2017.